You want to check out what's going on over?
Oh God, I heard about this
over in L.A. This is Hollywood Walk of Fame. Let's just play the video.
A homeless man dumped a bucket of stuff on your head.
A bucket of his diarrhea.
I don't even know what I'm trying to imagine, but it would have to be bad. The violent rage I would go into.
Of course.
Like, would you acquit
It's
a man?
poop.
Would you acquit somebody of murder
Immediately. Jury nullification in a moment.
Dumped a whole bucket of hot diarrhea on a guy and they killed that dude. I wouldn't be able to convict him. I'd be like, you dumped your poop on him.
Bucket of his diarrhea. I didn't want it to be in my mouth, but it was running down my eyes.
For over a year, the NBC4i team has been tracking crimes where the suspects are homeless. Tonight, we have learned those incidents are skyrocketing. Investigative reporter Joel Grover reports on the growing threat.
The truck stops, doesn't run him over, but it's very close.
Linked to the untreated mental illness and drug addiction on LA's streets of shame.
Keep your eye on the woman walking out of this apartment building. A homeless man approaches and suddenly smacks her in the head. There are now thousands of crimes a year like this one.
You know, there's something else a lot of these people have in common.
Well, let's...
They're homeless.
Yes, of course.
What were you thinking? That's fucked up. I don't know where your mind goes there.
Thousands of crimes a year like this one, in which the suspects are homeless, and in many cases suffering from mental illness or substance abuse.
It's so traumatic. Sorry.
Heidi Van Tassel was walking to her car near Hollywood's Walk of Fame when, according to police and court records, a transient with schizophrenia and psychotic disorders dumped feces all over her.
A bucket of his diarrhea. It was liquid.
I'm sorry. I know I'm laughing. I feel bad for her, obviously. This is terrible. But also, it's kind
of funny.
It's
poop. It's gotta be funny. Poop's funny.
He's kind of funny.
Hot liquid. I was soaked, and I couldn't see. It was coming off of my eyelashes into my eyes.
Paramedics rushed her to the hospital, and she now needs to be tested for infectious diseases every 3 months.
Yeah, I know why. That fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I won't ever forget. It was disgusting.
Somebody mob that goes, and now she's a white nationalist.
For over a year, the I
And
team
it's
has
like
been...
I'm so traumatized from having diarrhea thrown on me, and I just thought to myself, like, what if that happened to a real America First patriot like Nicholas J. Fuentes? Like, okay, look, it's just everywhere now.
Disgusting.
For over a year, the I team has been reporting on crimes where the suspects are homeless, like this guy arrested for setting fire to chairs at a downtown steakhouse.
No. They actually got the wrong guy. And that's just Seth Rollins was eating at that restaurant.
You could tell it was him because he kept yelling at everybody about how much money he makes. And now everybody at AEW is in the Bush Leagues.
AAA.
Fire to chairs at a downtown steakhouse. And this homeless man pushing someone in front of...
That was bad. Look at that. Pushed him. That truck barely missed him. Look at this.
Homeless man pushing someone in front of a truck. There were more than 6,000 of these reported crimes in LA in 2017. By the end of 2018, the number of crimes was up more than 50%.
You know where that? You know what big city this doesn't happen in? Places like Dallas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's almost like, and look, I'm gonna. There's a wild theory here. Please, nobody hold me to this. But it's almost like that those cities build an environment that makes it pleasurable and makes it very easy to be homeless there. For example, by letting them live wherever they want, by taking away the pissing. You're allowed to piss in public now. Other places in California they don't arrest you anymore for drug use. So now you have people that are schizophrenic, which is fucked up, right? That sucks. They're schizophrenic, but they're schizophrenic and now on drugs, and nobody's doing anything about it. There's places in LA right now, and this is true, where they are billing the business owners for not cleaning up homeless poop in front of their businesses. They're fining them.
That makes sense.
Because they're allowing this.
Suck now. Well, not only that, New York's going to get that bad too. New York basically just said, remember bail? Yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I know. I saw
it's a
that.
whole pain in the ass.
It's not
we're
worth
just
it.
getting rid of bonding people out of jail. So you'd think, oh no, it's really just going to hold all those people till trial? No, they just let you go. Fucking third-degree assaults, things like that. They just let them go.
And now we've learned the numbers are on track to climb even higher this year.
So they're going in a good direction?
We found case after case where the suspects suffer from mental illness or methamphetamine abuse.
And of course, yes, mental illness and methamphetamine abuse. It's both. But see, the thing is, the mentally ill people, I understand that's a terrible problem, right? But statistically speaking, not all of these people are mentally ill. A lot of them are just drug addicts. A lot of them are really just drug addicts. Maybe they use it so much that they start becoming fucking crazy. But you have made an environment where you don't stop anybody for anything. As a matter of fact, if you try to stop them or do anything, you're called inhuman. And here's the thing, right? Here's a perfect example. If you go... You brought up New York City. If you go to New
York City?
If you go to New York City, they do have a lot of homeless shelters, right? And they do. And they really do. They have a lot of homeless shelters. They always have those. They have food in them. If you're homeless, you could go there. The problem is the homeless shelters have some rules. And the rules well, you can't be on drugs. Like, you can't be on drugs and you can't drink here. But you will give you food, we'll give you shelter, we'll take care of you, we'll clean you up, we have showers. And you know people, if you live in New York, but you know plenty of people, the homeless shelters are always empty, and the homeless people are on the streets because they don't want to stop drinking, they don't want to stop doing drugs, they'd rather live on the streets.
Yeah, of course. That's why they're homeless in the first place.
Exactly.
Because they usually have family or friends that are like, hey, if you're not doing heroin, you need some help, we'll help you. And they're like, man, I want to do heroin.
Yeah, I'd rather do heroin.
Do heroin.
And you guys have made it easy for people to do it.
Meth use has been linked to violence, and so is untreated mental illness.
How could you live in this kind of environment and be okay?
You mean mentally okay?
Mentally okay.
Reverend Andy Bales runs the Union Rescue Mission. Does life on the streets lead to violent behavior?
Absolutely.
Well, duh.
Like the attack on that woman.
And that's pretty much the news story.
That's fucking, part and parcel, I guess, right, of living in a major city.
But it's people that live in those major... But there's some major cities that don't have that problem. There's some major cities where they...
Yeah,
listen,
but that list is getting shorter and shorter.
Agreed. But, even though Giuliani's kind of a fucking lunatic now, Giuliani was in New York, man, stop and frisk, broken window policing. It actually helped.
Yeah, but that's all gone now.
No, I know it's gone. That's my point.
What city now is doing okay? There is none.
I can't...
There is none. There are no major urban centers that are okay. It's over. It's over. Pack it up. It's done. Living in the city means you're going to get diarrhea and shit thrown on you and getting pushed in front of trucks. That's life. Sorry. Sucks. But we did it to ourselves.